There we go, Malibu. We're live. We're live. I know you like to be on camera. There you go. Give it a couple minutes. Let's move some of this around. Hey, Missy. Hi, Arlene. How y'all doing? Get all situated here. A good lemon water this morning. Hi, Brooke with the knee. I'm going to go to the post office after stream. I'll email you if I get your stuff. Let's see. Mirkwood. Hi, Mirkwood. It's been a while. How you been? Good to see you. Don P. Let's see. What else is everybody doing? Hi, Tina. Tina's coming in saying good morning to everybody. Hi, Pamela Kane. Hi, Cheshire Cat. Let's see. Mirkwood's here today. She hadn't been around for a long time. Hope she's doing well. Christina, Terry Brett. Terry, I took a picture. I took a picture, screenshot of your IG picture to show. Oh my gosh, you're so funny. Let me get over to my photos. Yeah, I got it here at the ready. We'll wait a few minutes till more people come in. Hi, Miriam. How you doing? I got a picture in my color book, Miriam. I'm gonna have to send this to you. Maybe a couple pictures. I don't know if you saw on Monday, Miriam. I showed this color book, and I saw this and I thought of you immediately because every Friday night you post this on Facebook. Let me show you. Where is it? There's a couple of pictures in here. I'll just probably send you a couple out of here. But where is it? Wait a minute. Well, must be toward. Let me flip it again. Hang on. Hang on, guys. I'll see it immediately. It's at the bottom down here. This one too, like that one. But where is it? Where is it? Is it going to be the very first one? And I thought it was toward the back. It's here. I know it is. And I said, right, there we go. This one, Miriam. I was going to send this to you. Let's see. Who else am I missing? Mirkwood's been away for a long time. I'm doing fine. I just had a little free time lately. Well, it's good to see you back. You're not happy? You're not happy with what, Tina? Oh, you post a picture? Okay, I'll look at it. I was going to say, you're not happy with what, Tina? Well, good to see you too, Mirkwood. So hi, Mary Autier. How you doing? Are you feeling better? I know you said last week you weren't feeling that well, or I think you just might have been tuckered out. Anyway, I'm going to send you this, Miriam, and maybe a couple other pages out of this book. Hi, Janet. Who else am I missing? Belinda, Flo. There goes Malibu. She's had enough. She had enough talking. Mama talk. Oh my goodness. Tina's saying good morning to more people. I'm going to the post office today, Janet. I'm going to mail out your little Flow journal. I'm going to go today after stream. Let's see, who else am I missing? So thanks everybody for being here. I thought we would just do. I'd picked these pictures out last week, and they're out of one of Porto's book. And I said, but I want to put these in my red journal. So I tore the edges. I'm going to start with gluing those down. And then I had these cats out of Collage Soup Festivus. Hang on, let me see. This book. Oh, Festification book. So I cut these cats out. I don't know what I'm going to do, but we're going to work in the art journal, and I'll zoom in more in a minute. Let's see. Malibu's happy every time you see. Yeah. Well, she thinks I'm talking to her, right? She thinks I'm talking to her because she doesn't see anybody else in here. So she just thinks I'm just gabbing at her. Oh, so let's see. Thank you, Flo. I appreciate that. Santa Belinda, Janet saying hi to everybody. So thanks everybody for being here. I thought we'd work in the art journal today, and some different collage soup and pour toast. Collage ephemera in my red journal. I'll do another flip through here in a minute. And let me zoom in one here. We got a little, there we go. That's a little better. All right. So there we go. So yeah, thanks everybody for stopping in. Let me say this real quick. So I got this back. Anna in Poland. I sent this out September 16th. September 16th was returned to me. So yeah, Anna, I don't know what to do. The address, the address is correct as far as I know. It was returned. So yeah. What do you do? What do you do? Cindy. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? If I'm missing anybody, I don't mean to. Thanks everybody for being here. Let me go ahead and show Terry's Terry's post is from this morning. I just took a picture of it so I can zoom in easier. Take a sip of my lemon water. I'm sorry, guys. I try to get my voice going before stream, but I hadn't talked to anybody for 2 hours other than the cat since Hubster left for work. So, okay. So the prompts were traffic sign, necklace, paints, surfboard, and Edward Hopper. And so this is what she did with, and also the lollygag, out of the lollygag book, she added some of the words from the lollygag book. Hi, Kimberly. Who else am I missing? Thanks, everybody. So Terry did this, and she's Terry Brett 3 on IG. This is just a screenshot so I can zoom in easier. So she has this little girl up here going, I know it's tomfoolery. Tomfoolery was one of the words out of the lollygag. I know it's tomfoolery, but I really want to paint something silly on here. This is so boring. So she's painting on the surfboard. She's got red, yellow, and she's got paint down here. And Edward Hopper's going, I wonder if anyone would like a game of tiddlywinks. A little chicken down here. Suffer and succotash. It's Edward Hopper. You do amazing with the prompts, Terry. You do amazing with the prompts. So y'all go over to Terry Brett 3 and find Terry over there and follow her. Now I've got to go over to Instagram to find Tina's. She said she posted. Let's see here, and Tina is Catacomic 64. Oh, I like that, Tina. She just posted 30-something minutes ago. She said it's a picture she colored from Mythomorphic Fantasy Forest by Fabiana anyway. Mythomorphic Fantasy Forest. Can't pronounce the girl's name. But this is what Tina's color. I love your backgrounds, Tina. Well, I mean, I like the whole thing, but it looks like you got a bokeh background there. Very nice, Tina. Very nice. I like the honey too. You did the honey quite well. Hi, Sue. Let's see, who else am I missing? Thanks everybody for being here. Thanks, Kat. There's Terry Brett's IG. Scrolling. Put it in caps, guys, if you're talking to me. Okay. So yeah, that's nice, Tina. Let's see. Anybody else want me to shout them out this morning before we get crack-a-lacking? I haven't really scrolled much this morning. I've been busy. Stream mornings I get pretty busy. Arlene. I just scrolled through. Arlene posted this. Good one, Arlene. Oh my gosh. And Arlene did post some Christmas cards here. She did some Christmas cards here. No, it's not going to show up that well, but these are some of Arlene's. There's no we in chocolate. Let's see. What else? Janet posted something yesterday. Did she post something? I think so. Yeah, she posted her Zentangle. So if y'all missed Janet Monday, she did a this is all hand done Zentangle background there. Let's see if I can zoom in on one section. There we go. That's all hand done. She didn't finish it on stream, I don't think. No, she didn't finish on stream. She said, I can explain to you, but I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Janet, we love her snark. If y'all know Janet and her snark. But anyway, all that Zentangle. So there's Janet Merle there. That's her IG. No, right? Isn't that's so funny, Arlene? Oh, let's see, what else do I have here to look at? Did I have anything else I wanted to share? No, we didn't jump on. Let's see, scrolling. Oh, they have such cute little AI creatures. I know people don't like AI, but you see, there's a book there. You know, just so cute. Let's see who else. All right. Well, anyway, if y'all want me to shout you out, let me know and I'll try to find it on Instagram. All right. So I already ripped the edges of these two papers because y'all know if you rip the edges, they'll blend in better when you paint them in. I know there's there's a controversy over at Mary. Mary does some very cute. Let's see if I can bring up Mary's. Hang on. She won't mind. She won't mind me showing off a little bit of her shorts. I'm gonna show some of Mary's shorts. Let me see if I can find her on my phone here. There she is. There's Mary. Let's go to her shorts. Let's see what I can find here for Mary. Mary and her shorts. I want to do one of she does herself. And I don't think I've seen this one. Let's see here.
The AI short sound is not working. What is she saying?
So that was when she was testing it out. Let's see. Let's go over. She's doing her. What do you call it? What's the little girl's name? Mary, your little gnome family or girl. Let's see here.
Now, where are my eyeglasses? Now, where are my glasses? I could have sworn I just had them a moment ago, but now they have seemed to disappear.
Ruby Rose.
Where are my
So y'all need to go follow the Mary RTA. If you put in the Mary Art, then she'll come up. But there's her name right there. And go look at some of Mary's shorts. Mary's, and I mean, Mary, that's some learning there. Mary does some learning. She does some learning. So y'all go over there and check out Mary's shorts. Let's see. I get a little defensive because you can do some great. Yes, I know you can. Hey, you should see all the likes I post, all the likes I hit on Instagram. I don't care. I don't care what people say. It's a tool, good and bad and everything, you know. So anyway, we won't get into that today. All right. I'm using, I don't know if these are AI generated, they're compilations, you know, however they do these. I love these. I'm going to continue to use them. So I love me some collage soup and I love me some Poor Toast. Those are my two favorite collage ephemera books. Collage soup and Poor Toast. And oh, I did get another Poor Toast, but I haven't looked at it or done anything with it. But I got the Whimsical Christmas Night scrapbook paper for journaling. So let's look at this real quick, and then we'll move into gluing. We'll move into gluing down. Let's see. Hi, Lisa. Hi, View. So if y'all don't follow Poor Toast, so these are kind of like open so that you could actually journal on these if you wanted to. Or, you know, you can cut them into smaller pieces for whatever size your art journal. You can fold them. You know, they'd be good to fold in half. And you can put them in an art journal that way. I've got lemon water hiccups already. Let's see. I don't mind. It's just they would tell us. Yes, exactly, Tina. If they would tell you. That's right. Well, I think it's coming to that. I think it's coming to where they'll have to have a little, you know, a little AI symbol in the corner or something like that, you know, something like that. So let's see. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. There's Mary's channel. Let's see. Scrolling. What else am I missing? Who else? Belinda. Did I say good morning to you, Belinda? Hi, Ellen. Let's see. Delcy. Saying hi to Flo, maybe Delcy knows Flo. Scrolling. Hi, sister. Sister comes in a waving. Hi, sister. Good to see you. Hi, Zinjin. GM friends. Yeah, well, I'm going to enable a little bit. There's Kat putting in this book, this Whimsical Christmas Night ephemera book. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue to flip through this. It's like I said, it's very open. It's very open-ended. So these are good for backgrounds on, you know, if you want to do a, you know, a background page in your journal. We might pull one of these and do a background. We'll see. So, but I do like to support Poor Toast. Y'all follow Poor Toast on Instagram. And he's very, very encouraging. If you post anything with his book, and he's also with Kate Curry, if you post anything with their books, they're more than likely to repost your work or shout you out. So he's very generous that way. Okay, so these. Oh, let me go ahead and show. I'll leave those in here. Let me go ahead and show what I got in my book so far. I don't have any bananas to. Bananas usually help, you know, when you're talking. I don't have any today, so I'm just drinking my lemon water. All right, put it in caps if you're talking to me. Make sure you have all messages or all chat clicked at the top of your video. If you just have top chat, you won't see the whole chat. And that goes for recordings as well. If you go back and watch somebody's recording, you have to select all messages or all chat, whatever it says at the top of your device, or you won't see all the chat. My chat usually renders fairly quickly because I don't know if StreamYard, you know, whatever, it renders really quickly. And so you don't usually have to wait for my in my replays, you usually don't have to wait long to see the chat, but sometimes mine or others, you don't see the chat right away. That's because the video is not fully rendered yet and the chat's not there. Or the person that's doing it, making the stream, could have chat replay turned off. So you don't see that. That's their select, you know, the chat, I mean, the streamer gets to decide whether the chat is replayed or not. Also, if you do a video and you change the chat, it can make all the chat go away. So, hi, Cat and Paste. How you doing? See, I can't say, Mirkwood. Every device is different, so but I just give you all that heads up. Okay, so let me go ahead and do a quick flip through here, and I think I have varnished all my pages in here. I'm trying to varnish them all, edge them all in gold or copper or silver. I think most of these are in gold, but I'm trying to edge them all. I really wanted to finish this book this year. It's not going to happen, but I could glue a few more things in, but not, I won't be able to finish this book this year. I know I won't. Look, there's 3 or 4 pages. And if you move from front to back to front, this is not any kind of sequential journal. And if you move around your spine will stay flat if you do that, or flatter. It can still warp some. But if you go front to back, just straight front to back, this spine will warp. And it will just do it. That's just the nature of the book beast. All right. So I'm just going to continue to flip here, and I'll skip the pages. I've got maybe 2 or 3 pages in between. And so, yeah, I've worked on this for now, I guess, I don't know, have I worked on this a couple years, maybe? At least a year. And right here, you see I did not let the varnish dry 100%. So it made a crack in there. You have to let everything dry really well before you close your books. Whether it's the paint on the initial, on your initial piece, you have to let that dry 100%. And then when you varnish it, you got to leave it open overnight. So, but once this varnish, I use, do I have it sitting here? I use, and I show y'all all the time. Keep it here in the back of my door. I have a shoe rack, those plastic shoe holders that you hook on the back of your door with all the pockets. I use that for all my mediums. And anyway, so this is Deco Art Americana DuraClear High Gloss, and it's a water-based varnish. Water-based, so you don't have to use any solvents or anything, but you still have to let it dry, which I did not do 100%, but I can go back and kind of go in there in the crack and fix that. Let me just get an alcohol marker here, and I can go in here and fix it some, but the it's not going to be shiny there now because I'm going over it without, unless I put more varnish, which I could do, but this is just my art journal. I'm not really, but I can fix it some, and I could take more time and really fix it nice. My point is you need to let it dry 100% before you close your book. Hi, Raul. Thanks, Kat. How you doing? And don't forget, y'all, Raul, let me click on his name here. Raul, if you go over to his videos, he's got all the information for hosting the Streamathon, the New Year's Eve Streamathon. Is it 24 hours? Are you doing 24 or are you doing 2 days? Raul, I'm not sure. So how long? And I think he's already got it filled up with everybody signed up. So, yeah. So go follow Raul. Oh, scrolling. Hi, Devin. And Devin comes on at 3 Eastern. Let's see. All right, let's keep rolling here. This was one of my time travelers pages. Y'all know I love me some Elements of Time. So there's that. This is also my little time traveler here. And again, it's varnished. Can y'all see okay? Am I zoomed in far enough? Do I need to zoom in? I like to leave a little space so you're not too claustrophobic in there, but all right, let's turn the brightness down just a little bit there. So see my name, and I tried to find my name in a smaller box, but I couldn't find it. So anyway, okay, I need to dig around for that. This one we did not too long ago on stream. We did this one recently. Let's see. Rose said, I'm planning to host until 32. 2 days. Okay. There you go. And then I love my little creepy cool bunnies. And then here's where we're going to do this next. And another, my time traveler here looking down here through this time portal thing here. Vintage map and dinosaurs walking down the path, map path. And then the mist and everything, traveling through there. And then let's see, there's this one. My little girl going to town, walking into the town there. Did she just land? You all make up your stories. Then here's my robots again. I'd messed up where I did not let this section dry and it stuck. I need to fix it, but maybe someday. I took a picture of it before I glued it. I mean, before it got glued. This one was not fall back, but spring forward. I think this was spring forward. And then there's the time change coming through there. And then my lemurs. Now I got, I've cut these cats out. Maybe we'll do some of that. These lemurs, Beth Schuler had sent to me from a picture of some lemurs, and I painted over them. They're 100% painted over. Maybe we should try that with these cats. Paint over these cats. Maybe we'll put them in there somewhere. But yeah, they're all painted over. This is lemurs in the library. Thanks, Devin. And then, see. Hang on. I got a little sticky spot down. See, I did not let the varnish dry right there. I'll go back in there with some alcohol markers and fix that. We just did this in October. So, but I'll just take let's see, and I can match them up fairly well. And just cover it up and fix them. And put some gold over the top of that right there. Where's my gold? I'm loving these Panda Fly gold. Well, it's not dry enough for me to go. But, let's get this one here. These kind. I'll go around the edge there. So anyway, I can go in here and fix these where they stuck. But you got it. Yeah, it's my own fault. I didn't let it dry. Let's see. There's a little bat that's kind of this color. No, it needs to be a little darker. So I'll put a couple of different shades in here and fix them up. But yeah. Don't close your books till they're dry. But anyway, these are my time traveling visitors to a haunted house. All right, let's see. Then we got this little grandmother. This reminds me of little Miss Mary's girls. And and her Mushroom House City Village. Do I have any more in there? I think that's it. All right, so let's go back. Here we go. Let's go back and glue these down, then we'll decide what we want to do. You want me to try those cats? All right, so let's go ahead and let's put some wax paper between. You also want to do this because while you're gluing and or painting, you don't want to glue your pages together with going off the edge here. Ask me how I know. Let's see. Do I have another piece here? I might have to. Let me get another piece of wax paper. Oh, here's one. Okay. So is anybody else doing any Christmas crafting yet? Anybody doing any Christmas crafting yet? Y'all, I did show y'all. I already got my trees. Well, I haven't got 100% decorated. I haven't decorated outside, but I have got, because next week is Thanksgiving, and I wanted all my decorations up for the family when they come for Thanksgiving. Let's see here, photos. So, oh, that's not what I want. All right, let's see here. So here are my trees. This is a little farther away, and I know it's a big glare because it was day, but there's my 3 trees in the window, and then his is a little closer. I need to take another night photo because then you can see all the lights and everything. But I got my 3 trees, and I got bows all around the bay window in there, and then I put a big ginormous bow on top of the tree there. And then here's the fireplace in the man cave. That's in Hubster's room right there. Did the fireplace. Thank you, Ellen. Thank you, Kat, for putting the panda fly pins. And they're a good price. They're like three for $6, I think. So they're about $2 a pin. And you can get them in white, silver, and gold. They're really good. Let's see. Oh, and then here, this will be my Catterday. I think I'll put this out this Saturday. There'll be my Catterday. Oliver found his spot under the tree. Let's see. Let me show y'all. I'll show y'all the little quick video I made. Which you don't see this. Well, I've got 3 of these bookcases in this room, but I only filmed 2 of them because the other's behind me. But there's some of my bookcases, and there's a cat down there. There's the entryway, and there's some of the. And then going through the kitchens all the way over there. I didn't show that, or the library. Then you go down, there's the man cave. And yeah. So I did get that done over the last weekend. So thank you, Laverne. And hi, by the way. Okay, so Raul's going to have a new channel, it looks like. Yes, they're the same trees I had last year, Missy. I think I've had them for 3 years now. I think this is the 3rd year that I've had those trees because our tree farm closed. I used to get real trees. And now I just use my same trees. Box them up, then put them away, pull them back. All right, let's go ahead and start gluing these down. And I did pull out my matte medium. I put it plastic over the top so I don't glue the lid. That might be enough for now. So I don't glue the lid to the jar, and you will do so if you don't put some plastic on there. Thanks, Tina. Well, I used to be a decorator, a visual merchandiser for department stores, so it kind of, it doesn't go away. All right, let's see. Let's find a kind of a scruffy brush here. Let's get it wet and then tap off the excess there. And let's glue these 2 down and we'll decide what we want to do. I think I do want to do a paint over on these cats. Let's put these down first. All right, so I really need another piece of wax paper to turn these over. If you turn these over, and sometimes you can get away with it, but if you turn these over, something small, it's not so bad. But a big piece like this, let me tuck my bracelet in here. Oops, I'm going to tuck that in the shirt. If you flip this over to put stuff on the back and you let it sit on top of this matte medium, then you pick it up, you sometimes can tear your paper. So because it takes more than 5 seconds to do. So you really want to let me get a wax paper. Let me get another piece of wax paper. So you really want to flip it over on something else to put it on the back, but you do want to put your matte medium on your page and on the back of your image. and then you put it over the top as well. And that way, when you go to scruffly it down, you know, with a card, you got lots of you can move it easier. Okay, so let's do this. See, I see a bubble right there. So you got to take your card, a card. You can use those wedges or cards or whatever. And then you just kind of mash it out. And because there's so much liquid underneath the image, this will smash it out. You know, smash out the excess liquid and smooth out any wrinkles. Oh, I mentioned this, I finished book 1 in that series that Debbie recommended, the Scottish Shire knitting yarn shop mysteries, cozy mysteries, people, cozy mysteries. And I finished book 1, and there's 8, I think there's 7, with the 8th one coming out in that series. And I bought the first 3 on Deb E's recommendation. I did finish book 1, so I got book 2 and 3 to and then I'll order the other 3, 4 afterwards. After I get, you know, close to finishing these 2. I can read one in a day if I don't have anything else to do. But all right, let's go ahead and do this. But I did finish that one. All right, let's see. Let me come back over here. Let me find a spot to turn this over and get some on the back. But anyway, I'd mentioned that I was watching the Hallmark. They have a Hallmark series that I did not know about till this year. Apparently, it's been out for at least a couple years, and it's called Mistletoe Murders. How many of y'all have watched that on Hallmark? And usually, I have 2 Hallmark channels, and I think it shows it on one and then repeats it on the second one. But anyway, I just found them this year, and I love the series. And I said, first off, let me see if anybody's watched it. Any of y'all watched it on Hallmark? And I know Hallmark mysteries and Hallmark whatever is not for everybody, but these are the mysteries. I like the Hallmark mysteries. I've seen them all. Me and my mom used to watch them every Sunday night. Well, we'd text each other. And that was our Sunday after late evening, well, early evening, really. That was our thing we would do on Sundays. We would text each other while we watched a Hallmark mystery until we'd seen all of them, I think. But let's see. Oh, girls. Oh, thanks, Laverne. Let's see. I'm not seeing anybody say that they've watched any of them. Okay, so Sister, yes. All right, so here's the thing. The what do you call it? Let me just go get them. Hang on. I've got too many books on my mind. So first off, this is the one that I finished. I just finished the one. This is book 2 in the series with the yarn shop mysteries. And so this is book 2 and I have 3 of the 7 or 8 of them. But anyway, the Mistletoe Murders on Hallmark started out, and I think this is what Sister's talking about. It was an audio book. It was an audio book based off of a podcaster. A podcaster made the story, and then it went audio. And so I looked up to see if there was books. There's not any, the actual books of the stories are not there, but these are, what do you call them? Like reviews, but they're more than a review. It kind of takes you through everything that's happening through the town, the people, it's a backstory books. These are backstory books about these stories. So yeah, I got them, and I just kind of glanced. I was only a few pages in because I want to finish I want to finish this series first. But anyway, the season finale of this on Hallmark is this Friday, and there's a 2-part episode, an hour each, and that's on Friday night. So I'll record it in case I miss it or anything. But yeah, so I love this series. This is really good. It's really good. If y'all have not watched it, I recommend it because it's got more to it than you think. It's got more to it than you think. Do you remember the cat who? I do. I don't remember if I read any of those, Tina. That's some years ago. Is that 20 years ago? I might have read one or two back in the day. And if there's new ones, Tina, I don't know about any of the new ones. Let's see. Scrolling. Yeah, at least 20 years ago. Okay. All right. So now let me clean my brush here off until I want to use this Monday. I need to glue my brushes all back to what it is. I use them a lot. And then, things getting water for the 2 hours that we're streaming, and that disengages the glue and the ferrule. Anyway, I'll just glue it back. I wanted to get the excess glue off before I put it in the water. All right, so let me get some fresh baby wipes here. Check chat. It is, Devin. It's a good series. I mean, and like I said, I just found it this year, just a month ago, not even a month ago. So I saw all the reruns. I mean, repeats of all the different ones, and then I think I got caught up. And but I love to read books more. I like books better than the shows. But in this case, it wasn't a book; it was just the review books. And so yeah. Anyway, so yeah, yes, disengaging. Yes. All right. So now I think I will see what do I want to do. Do I want to put the cat? Do I want the cats in this one? I thought I cut out 4 cats. I only cut out 3 cats. Is there another cat hiding under there? I don't know. Maybe I only cut out 3 cats. Oh, there's the other one who's hiding. So I didn't know if I wanted these cats just kind of around here, but I might use them on another page. I think we'll do something else on here. Let me just dry this real quick. Hang on. Let's dry it so I can turn the page. And I think we'll do a different page with the cats. That'll help me get another page started too in the journal. Because I'm not finishing it this year, obviously. Although I wanted to. Maybe next year. And just to say, this heating just heating like this, especially with the varnish, is not enough to dry it 100%. You need to leave, if you varnish these, you need to leave them open overnight. Maybe I'll just make some cards with those cats. Okay, so I'm not going to close this right now. Let me just move this wax paper. And I think I got the cats out of this book, The Festification. I got the cats out of here. All right, so I'm going to move this to the side. We'll see what we get back to here. Let's just move that down here for a moment. Because now that people are wanting to see us do a paint-in, we'll use these cats. All right, did I lose them again? Oh, there they are. Okay, well, let's look at Festification and see if we can find some other things we might want to do that with. And let's get a couple. Let's see, do I want just some white card, some postcard? Yeah, let's just get some postcard. And we'll probably do a giveaway. With some postcards and some collage something. And y'all can make some postcards or do something similar. I'll probably use my acrylic brush pens. Let me fix this chair again. I'll probably use the for small things, I've been using the acrylic paint pens rather than. I'll give you an example. All right, so let's just say we just need this goes over here. Let's just say we need a green. Okay, so rather than pulling out a couple of shades of a dark green, I can just use this if I just need a little teeny bit, right? So something this small like this, I can use my paint pens. I just put them out on a little tray. You can also use just little pieces of plastic. Put some white paper behind it so you can see it. Let's just get one of these here. Like this, and then you can just put some down on the plastic or on here like this, and then you just take some water, or you can use a water brush. The thing about using a water brush with acrylic pens or any kind of acrylic paint, if you're picking that up, you're gonna, you really have to clean those brushes well because it's acrylic, and you're gonna get the acrylic paint up inside the water brush. Up inside the water brush, you don't want to do that. So it's really better just to use a regular brush and some water. So I'm just going to spritz a little water out. Let's see here. Let's get a small brush. Where's my little brush? Oh, here. I pulled some of these little brushes. Oh, and I got another little, y'all know these little, what do you call it? Fingernail brushes. You can get these, like, I think I got all these plus the dot tools and for $5 on Amazon. So you can get some cool things with you can get some cool fingernail tools and paint things and stuff like that on Amazon for real cheap. Okay, so here I just wanted to show you real quick. So you can just wet it down. Let's just go over here, and then you can paint with it. Okay, so you can do dark. And I did this on Monday in the color book, in one of Kirby's color books on Monday. Hi, Judio. Okay, and so here's on a piece of the plastic, the same thing as this. You can do the exact same thing. Now, see, I let that dry already. It's already starting to dry. But anyway, so then you can paint with it, and you just have a little bit of paint rather than squeezing out dollops of your craft paints, which is fine. I got all the colors, but if you just want this much for just a little tiny section, then this is so much easier, especially I find in my collage. I can get those little tiny details with just a little bit of a color. So yeah, I'm really enjoying my acrylic paint pens. All right, let's move the heat tool out of the way. Let me clean out this brush. Make sure and put it in caps. Hi, Ego Brain. Good to see you. Hi, Mark. Mark, did you get your heating situation figured out? Let's see. Scrolling. Hi, is it Just Dia? Just D? Hi, Just D. Oh, I wish I had a banana. Okay, so let's just look through this book real quick, and I'll see what else I might want to pull besides the cats. Well, I'm going to get this out of the way because it's wet. All right. So, and I've already used it a whole bunch, so there's all kinds of bits left over. That's why I keep my books in. Here's my plastic sleeve for this one. I keep them in plastic sleeves like this. After I've worked out of these collage books, I keep them in these sleeves so that they're contained. Otherwise, they get away from you. All right, let's just scroll through here and see. Like, she'd be good on a card. Maybe her. Let's see. I'm just gonna play here for a minute. You got to cover that deco art paint. You got to covet that. Not really. It's still out. I just can't get it at Hobby Lobby. Are you talking about because Hobby Lobby's not selling this anymore? I can get it at Michael's, or you can get it online too. The reason I like it at Hobby Lobby is right down the street. Now I'm going to have to go to Michael's, which is 5 miles away. I have to drive down far like an animal. That's what Denise always says. Now you're going to have to go like an animal. But anyway, so yeah, it's just closer. It was nice to be able just to run down there, Tuesdays usually my errand day. I go to the grocery store. Sometimes I have to go to the post office. I get me a chicken biscuit and I stop by Hobby Lobby. That's my Tuesday run. And anything else I have to do too. But Tuesday, and then I try to get back by 10 a.m. because that's when Kathy Berg streams. So I try to get back by 10. So I get all this errands done and everything, get back by 10. That's my plan anyway. Okay, so I like her. So I'm just going to let's just do this real quick. Let's just put something on. Let's just do this. Cat, and then we'll do some backgrounds and whatever. Let's put a cat on a card. These are just cardstock, 60 weight. I don't even think it's 90 weight. Just some kind of thinner cardstock to make some little postcards. So we'll put cats on all those. We'll put her. Let's see what else we can find in here. Dogs. Oh, dogs would be good too. Yes, I do like the dogs. Let's do a couple of dogs. Let's do these two. To paint in, acrylic paint. Okay. Give me a minute to fussy cut. Yes, I do have a Michaels. And I have Amazon. I do have an Amazon. So, I think I have something coming today, actually. I'd have to look it up. I think so. And I am anxious to use those pastel pencils. I'm anxious to use those pastel pencils with my pan pastels. But I've been doing little Christmas things like, I know, aren't they cute? Aren't they cute, Missy? So, yeah. We'll see about these. Let's see if we can make them turn out and do a giveaway maybe with some of these. We'll see how it looks. Got time. We got time today since I don't have a book haul. Did the book haul on Monday. All right. So I'm hoping, I don't know yet for sure, but I'm hoping that Cam and Sam can come down, and Denise too. Not holding my breath on Denise's schedule, but I'm hoping Samantha and Cameron can come down on Wednesday. I don't know. I think I'm getting too hopeful next week and stream with me. I'd love for them to stream with me, but that means they'd have to come down Tuesday night. I don't know. Well, I don't know if that's happening before Thanksgiving. And I think they're going to try to stay, at least Cameron is. I don't know about Samantha or Denise. Spend the night onto Friday. These are cute too. That's a cute one. Let's do that one. I love when they can, any of them can stream with me, All right, let's see. And I'll, figure out some kind of little backgrounds. We'll look through maybe some of the background scenes. We'll see here. So, you can play with all your ephemera, and it doesn't have to be out of a book like this. You can find magazine images, the lemurs that Beth sent me were out of some kind of a magazine or a book. So you don't have to have, the books, although I love the books. And you can buy the books, you can buy ebooks, I like the little tree would be cute behind him too. Maybe that little tree behind. And you can also, kind of tear them out and then paint around them. There's so many ways to do collage. Just so many ways. Collage and or mixed media. With so many different materials. And I know not a lot of people like to fussy cut, but I do it pretty quickly, but you know, if you don't like fussy cutting too much, you can also just tear around and paint it in. Okay, let's keep flipping. Those are cute too. Maybe I'll give y'all some of these. That's cute though. I like that, but I'll sacrifice it here. Let me get my knife. Let me cut these out. These would be good for practicing paint overs on a card. Hang on. Let's see if I can get this without tearing it too much. There we go. Let's see if I can fix that one. These look like they were like stickers or something. I don't know. Right. But these would be good to put on a card for giveaways, and then y'all can paint them in. You know what I mean, Vern? That one's a little torn. Let's not do that one. Like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe not the darkest one. That might be a little hard to do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we can do 3 US and 3 international. Okay. Now, let me just pull cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we'll put these together. Not the second. Let me do it in a minute. Let me get some little envelopes here. Where's the big ones? Where's the little ones? Let's see. Here we go. No. There's my little envelopes. What am I not find out here? Is that them? Yeah, here we go. Okay. So we'll just make a stack to set aside for the giveaway. All right. I miss anything in chat? I saw you, didn't I, View? Hi, Nanamo. Who else am I missing? Scrolling. Say hi to Ego. You like to fussy cut? I don't mind fussy cutting, you know. Now, would I want to do it for a living? No, but can I do it every now and then, you know, when I need to? All right. Yes, these little girls are cute too. Maybe we should put a little girl in there too. Let's see. Or trees. Trees might be better with the little dogs. Let's do the trees. All right. Let me try to get into the center of the book as best I can. Okay, so let's see. Do I have 6 trees? We'll see. One. Two. Three. This one will work. 4. All kinds of little paper crafting today. Did y'all expect that? Here's one. That one's kind of a, we'll put this one with it too. We'll put those two together. All right. Let's see. All right. So all this, if it stays in the book, the book will have to go in a sleeve, you know. Oh, you like to cuss and fuss. Okay. Hi, so much glitter. Good to see you. These Santas might be good to face paint as well, but I might send that to Miriam. So we'll see. And this is where I kind of left off with the candies. Maybe that would be good with the little dogs. Like this one's got a tree, but maybe they could have a little cupcake or something that's on the back. Let's see. See, I like the Hanukkah stuff for Miriam. We'll see. Maybe, some ornaments. Let's see here. And then there's Kwanzaa. So I don't know if anybody celebrates Kwanzaa. Look at these ladies. And I like those dogs. And I like these candies. These candies are good. So much in here. Oh, you're welcome, Miriam. We sent you some last year. Let's see. These are kind of creepy, aren't they? Oh my goodness. Let's see what else. Little houses. Little houses would be good. What about little houses? What do y'all think? Houses or ornaments with the dogs? This one's got a tree. But what do y'all think? An ornament hanging behind or a house? What do y'all think? A house or the ornaments? I kind of like the ornaments. What do y'all think? With the little dogs. Zen said houses. What do y'all think? With the little dogs? Little houses or the ornaments? House. Got two houses. All right, dog and house. Okay, we're going to go with the dog house. All righty. Okay. And a little house, a little way over there, and then a little dog in the front. Okay, this one has a tree. All right, let's see what else we got here. This little girl, I don't think she needs much of anything. Maybe an ornament. All right, and then the cats. Do we want to do cat house? All right, let's see. But I will cut some more of these houses down to put in the giveaway thing. Almost like little gnome houses. Ornament for cat because they love them. Yeah, that's true. That's true. They do. All right. Let's see. Well, I didn't put anything. Yeah, maybe some ornaments. I could find some more. Those houses are kind of cut off. So let's go ahead and go with a couple ornaments for the cats. This one can go right on the edge. So I think I got 4 cats. So there's those. Okay. I know I got more ornaments in here. There we go. What's on the back? We can lose Santa. Maybe this one here. Okay. Well, I think we got to start. Let's just keep looking. I like the candles. Candles are good. These vintage ladies on sleds. Have y'all seen, and I love, if I see a cool ad, I like it. Have y'all seen, it's an Amazon ad on TV, and there's 3 old ladies sitting on a bench at a snow slope, ski slope with I don't know, it's sledding slope. And these 3 old ladies are sitting on the bench and they're watching all the kids go down on the sleds. And one of the ladies is, and she's all so excited. And so she's so excited. And her other friend, the main one, the boss of the group, looks over at the other 2 and just thinks, they're so excited. So anyway, she goes on to Amazon and she orders these butt cushions. They're like cushions for like either sitting in your chair or whatever, for whatever reason. They're soft, foamy butt cushions. And she orders them and she brings them to the other 2 ladies are sitting. This goes much faster. It's only like a 30-second commercial. I'm dragging it out. And she takes the box and hands it to one of the other ladies at the snow slope. And she opens a box and they look at them and there are these cushions. And she kind of tilts her head and goes, come on, come on. So they all put their little cushions in the sled and it shows all three of them going down the hill. They're all going down the hill in the toboggan things, the sleds. And then it's one of the commercials is shorter, so it doesn't show this. And then one of the commercials is a little longer, and it does. It shows them when they were. It shows them when they were little kids, when they were little girls. It shows them going down the hill, and it turns them into the little girls while they're going down the hill. And then they hit the bottom of the hill, and then they're back to being old again. Have y'all seen that? Oh my gosh! So I love that. That was just a perfect little commercial to me. Okay. Anyway, this reminded me of that commercial. These are creepy. These are some creepy snowmen. The snowman family. But actually, I kind of do want these. I think I'm going to pull these two. Let me get my, I think I want these in my journal. I want those two. I want these two to be a double page spread. Right? Look at that. Those need a double page spread in my journal. And I like these bows too. Do they need bows? They may need bows. They got scarves on one. Okay, then these little doll heads are kind of creepy. Janet. Is that why I like it so much, Janet? We can relate. We can relate, Janet. Oh my gosh. And one time in Alaska, me and my friend Pam, we'd go on the big, we'd get the big inner tubes and go down the ski slopes. And we went down one time and I know we could see and hear everybody at the top of the hill. And we went together on one. I mean, they're huge. It's like, tire, tractor tire size inner tubes, right? So we were together on one and we went down that hill and we disappeared into the trees. It went zzz, we disappeared into the trees and everybody's going, oh my gosh, what happened to them? We crashed into the forest. Just saying. We crashed into the forest. Well, whatever. Yeah, it's a Joyride. The ad is called Joyride. Oh, okay, Yvonne. All right, so if y'all want to see it, you'll look for the longer one because, like I said, there's a shorter one where it doesn't show them when they were children, and then there's another one where it does. And just so look up Amazon ad Joyride. And I'm not sponsored. Nobody's paying me. Don't email me. Don't put me on oh, she doesn't need to. Y'all know. I just love that ad. It was so good. Okay, so and then here gets into some more kind of creepy cool. And then those are some creepy cool people. Well, they're creepy. I don't know about cool. And these hats, these are good. Okay, so anyway, this book is the Festification Collage Soup. And then I pulled this one, which I haven't used anything out of. This is the Whimsical Christmas Night scrapbook paper. So maybe we could use some of that in some backgrounds. All right, now these two people, these need to go in I'm going to stick them in the back of my red journal so I don't forget. Stick them in there. All right. Let's see what we can do here because I want to do some painting in. All right, let's move Festification into a sleeve. Do I want it? Let's just put it in a sleeve for now because otherwise this is how I contain all that collage stuff is in these little sleeves. All right, I haven't cut into this one yet. Let's see what we want to do here. All right, let's look here. I don't know why I picked up these big scissors. We could draw a gold cord to have it hanging. I'm just thinking, something like that. All right, let's see what we got here. We got her. Let's see. Let me think of these are so blue. I'm not sure that they're going to go with what we got picked today. So let's see. We might not use those. Let's see what we got here. I'm going to line these up. Let's see. Got the cats. Some ornaments, the dogs and the houses. Oh, I got to do a little fussy cutting. Don't get bored, people. Don't get bored. The colors in Whimsical Night are, yes, in the blues. You're talking about the blue book, Cat and Paste. If you don't follow Cat and Paste, you want a professional colorist. Oh my gosh, y'all need to go follow Cat and Paste on IG and on YouTube. I don't think she put up a video this week. If she did, I didn't get a notification. Did you put up a video this week, Cat and Paste? I call her C and P to distinguish her from, because I call Cheshire Cat or Maud. I call her Cat. So Cat and Paste, I call C and P when we're in different. Okay, so there's that. Let's just keep kind of rolling here. Cat's going to have the ornaments. Maybe she needs something else. Let's see. This one has a half ornament. Let's see if I can do something with that. So you could paint a background. You could paper the background. I'll probably just do this much just so I can paint on the animals and then worry about the background later. All right, let's see here. 2 more. Let me cut them out. So has anybody else started putting up any of their Christmas decor? Is it's too early for most people? I realize that. Or let me ask you this. Is anybody doing any Christmas crafting, like cards and stuff? Has anybody started their Christmas crafting? Like card making or anything like that? Have y'all started any of your Christmas, like Arlene? You know, I showed y'all some of Arlene's this morning. Cards. All right, there we go. Okay, and we don't have to use matte medium on these. We could. We might. I think I'll use matte medium because I can manipulate the acrylic paints better. So we'll do that. All right, let's see, a couple of dogs here. I think I'm going to do maybe just one dog, and then the rest I'll put in the giveaways over here. Maybe this. Let's go with him. So I like the Christmas one. I'll go with this. I'll give the Christmas one away. All right, so we got some different options here. All right, let's see. Missy has some lights up. Hubby wants to, let's see, where'd Devin go? Hubby wants to put up the decor this weekend. Nana says it's too early for Christmas cards, Nana Mo, or decor, or both. Let's see. Hi, Ivy Pearl. Good to see you. Scrolling. It's never too early for this, Mirkwood said. Thanks, Mirkwood. Terry says she's done most of her cards, just a few left to do. Okay. Laverne is making collage gift cards. Justia is Christmas cards. Okay. Yeah, we read typos, just. Trust me, I make enough of them. Let's see. So Much Glitter says, yes, I'm a Christmas lover and almost finished decorating and have started crafting. Just the decor, Nana. Okay, too early for Nana Mo for decor, but hopefully if you do any Christmas cards or Christmas crafting, I did not. I'll wait till the first week of December to show y'all my old December dailies. Is anybody doing a December daily? Is anybody doing a December daily? Got a little dark there. Let's brighten that up a little. Is anybody doing a December daily this year where you do a journal that's just for the month of December? Who's doing? Wave your hand if you're doing a December daily. I'll show you my other ones from the years past next at the beginning of the month. Ivy started her cards. I love your little avatar, Ivy Pearl. Ivy Pearl, do you do journal like digi journals or something? For some reason I seem to think you've done like some kind of journaling digis or something. I'm not sure. Who else? Let's see. Hi, Joanne. All right. Joanne says slowly getting decor up challenge when using a cane. Yeah, for sure, Joanne. For sure. For sure. And I know that we have people that have ways that they can't do it. Let's see. Zinjin colored in my Christmas coloring book with my 5-year-old granddaughter last weekend. That counts. Yes, it definitely counts. That counts for sure. That counts for sure. Okay, so let's go ahead and glue these down. I still got some of my, matte medium here. And let's see, I have a piece of wax paper here. Let's go ahead and do these. Let's just kind of do them kind of quickly. Let me get my brush here. All right. Let's just do one at a time here. And I'm just going to, I'll probably have to pour out some more matte medium. Give me just a minute to do these. We'll do our giveaway. We'll do our giveaway at 10. What time is it? Yeah, we'll do the giveaway at 10. So if y'all can stay 15 or 20 more minutes, we'll do the giveaway then. Give y'all some little cards and stuff to make your own little postcards. And again, if I send you out these postcards or you make your own little postcards, you can always make this. If it doesn't turn out, then start over. And if you like it, then you can glue this on a Christmas card base, whether it's a red or green or whatever, just a cardstock. You can glue this on just a red or green or whatever color cardstock and mail it for a Christmas card. So do it on something separate and then attach it to a cardstock rather than messing up a card saying, oh, I messed up. If you do something like this, if it didn't work out, you can just do another one. Oh, it snowed. Okay. Joanne's in Canada. She said it snowed. Looks very festive outside. Yeah, when we lived in Alaska, it snowed early. All right, let's see here. Let's go to the next one. And I'll put a little gold string or something. I got to pour out some more. Matte medium. And you can outline these in gold, like with a gold pen, or you can ink them and make them rustic, vintagey, antique-y, if you ink the edges with your antique linen and, the browns. You can ink them with the browns. All right, let me pour out a little bit more matte medium here. Just a little, don't need much. And you can, if you just want to keep them as postcards, you can paint the backs red or whatever color you want. Paint or black or red or whatever you want on the back of your postcard. You can just paint them. But if you're going to mount it on a cardstock, then you don't need to paint the back. It'll just, okay. Okay. I don't want to pile them up on each other because they'll stick to each other. I am working on another personal journal. I haven't got far enough yet to show it, but I'm building one out of a couple of different things. And I'm really liking it so far. It's gonna be a labor of love though. It's a big mama jamba. All right, let's see. Next one. I have a baby wipe handy. No. It is hard to get the dried matte medium off your hands. Just saying. I have to use fingernail polish remover after I've had a session. After I've had a, what do you call it? Matte medium sesh. Put it in caps. They're talking to me. Hi, Dot. Tina, the weather's been crazy. It was, I know, we had it down like in the 30s and then it went back up into 70s. I know that's what it's like for you in Florida too, Tina. It's been doing that here. And what's nice about coating everything with matte medium, when you go to paint, either paint in or paint around or paint rough edges or whatever, is you can take a baby wipe while you're painting. And if you make a mistake or something while the paint's wet, you can remove it real easy because the matte medium has coated everything. Whereas if you don't have it coated, I got a little lump there. If you don't have it coated, that's you can't really remove the paint, the acrylic paint. I didn't put anything behind her. Maybe she doesn't need anything. All right. At least I can paint in the background later if I need to. So we'll see what we can do here with these. Let's put her right up to the edge there and cut off the excess. So she has her little pom-pom on the top of her hat showing. All righty. Now let me clean off the excess here. All right. We could probably still use that a little bit. Let's see. Nana Mo says, let's see, showing something. I missed it. Were these cats from Festification? Yes, the cats were from Festification. Devin. Alrighty. All right, let's get them kind of, I think I'll hit them with the heat gun. Remember, these are on, it's not very thick cardstock. You know, it's maybe 60 weight. But you could always double it up if you just have thin. If you just have thin cardstock, you could double it, you know. Just kind of rolling it to kind of smooth them out. Okay, let's kind of hit these with the heat tool. They don't have to be 100% dry to start painting on them. I just don't want them like smeary wet with matte medium. And also hitting them on the back with the heat tool will help them dry faster too. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Bonnie. Did Bonnie come in? Bonnie wants the little girl. Did y'all see? Did y'all see the what do you call it? Oh, I still have a picture of it here. Bonnie sent me. She goes, "If I could quilt, I'd make this for you." I think I still have it in my photos here. Yeah, here it is. Look, look at that quilted tree skirt. It's books. Isn't that just stunning? Hi, woman. Well, Vonnie, you want to paint it yourself? Vonnie's she's a painter. Just if we don't see her do a lot, and she has her own health issues and stuff too. Vonnie, do you want it just like this? And you can paint it yourself? Answer. Let's see. I know, isn't that an amazing tree skirt? I don't, that's a heirloom piece. Paint it for me, for you. Okay, so let's see. All right, so we got 4 cats, a dog, and the girl. We'll give that to Vonnie. All right. So let's see. And then I got a little stack right over here to start for our giveaway here in a few minutes. Let's put that right over here. So, okay. Move everything. All right, another sip of lemon water. Okay, so what I can do now, I don't know if I'll paint the backgrounds right now. I think I'll just concentrate on that, but you can then paint the backgrounds any color, or you can add things to it. Like you could paint her like black background with stars, something like that. Could do that with all of them actually. And I might do that with the cats. I don't know if that'll work for the dog, but paint the backgrounds black and then just splatter some stars. But my idea here is what we did with, let me get my book back out here. And we didn't get back to this. I'll have to work on this later, I think. All right, so let me move these out. I'll probably use these here in a minute. Let me go over to the lemur to show you what I'm talking about. So Beth had sent me these magazine images of some lemurs. And I painted over them. Is it this way? Where are the lemurs? I thought they were toward the front. No. I flipped through the book earlier if you missed it, y'all. They're in here somewhere. Well, where'd y'all go? Y'all are hiding from me. There they are. So I painted over these, over them. So they're 100% paint over an image. And that's what I was going to try to do some of that today on these little guys. But I also wanted to, now if I want to paint the whole background, like I said, if I wanted to do the background black or something like that, or if I need more white, black and white, I'll put that out on a tray. But if I just want little bits of grays and little things, you can do this any way you want. You can do it with the markers. You can do it with just a plain old acrylic paint and a brush. So, and I might do a little of both. We'll see. So let me just put out some black and white, though, to have it handy. All right, so some black and some white. Okay. So I have it handy if I need it. And then I got my spray water here. And then I got, my acrylic paint pens that are right over here to my right. Let me move this out of the way. Let me get to them. All right. Make some space. Got some more little dogs and some little houses and stuff there. Okay. All right. So let's see what I want to start with. I want to start with one of the cats. Let's just start with this cat right here. Okay. So let's move this up. Let's try to zoom in. And it's good to see you, Vonnie, by the way. Vonnie doesn't get in here much. Let's do another one. Let's do another. Okay, that looks pretty good. All right, so we can do it a couple ways. Like I said, let's get my little tray thing here. And let's get out some different colors of some grays, maybe some light blue, minty, some shades. Let's just see. I gotta pick out some colors here. Let's get a couple of grays. And of course, let's get out. I have white here too. Of course, I always have Posca. I always have a Posca, pointy Posca. This is my pointy Posca. These are brush tip. Okay. So we have some grays, some mint. Let's see, a couple of reds. I got one red here. And let's get another lighter red maybe. And the golds, I'll do the golds with the Panda Fly gold. Do the gold. All right, I think that's enough to start. Let's just go ahead and, oh no, I think I might need a darker, let's get a maroon color maybe. No, that's kind of pink. I don't like pink. I gotta get me a couple of baby wipes. Ready? Need a maroon color. Let's see what color this is. That might be too purple, but maybe not. Let's see. Let's see. That's a little too pink. There's so many shades that you can throw. Let's see. Did I just that one? Okay, there we go. That's what I want. This one. All right, so there we go. All right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start painting. I'll start with the clothes here. Let's move these right over there so we have some room. Let's get a little brush. I've been enjoying using these tiny little, what do you call it, fingernail brushes? I got a gazillion brushes. I have hundreds of brushes, but I've just been playing with these little fingernail brushes just because they've been fun. All right, let's see. What did Vonnie say? Kat saying happy for you, Vonnie. I said it's almost a year now. Let's see, I missed something that Vonnie's shouting something out and I missed it. I don't know if I can find it. All my crafting stuff is still packed up. We are hoping to unpack some of it over Thanksgiving weekend now that we have most of the medical equipment out here. Oh, awesome, Vonnie. That is great news. That is. That's awesome, Vonnie. Now you can make me that book quilted book skirt. Just kidding. All right, so these right here are acrylic markers. If y'all missed it, these are and it's pronounced, well, I'll just spell it. It's GUANGNA, acrylic brush markers. Now, you do not have to have that brand. There's Artis. There's all kinds. There's all kinds of a brush marker. Acrylic markers. I would recommend though getting brush markers. Okay, but y'all know I love me some Poscas, and I know Posca started having some brush mark. I don't think I have any. Maybe a white. Maybe I have one brush Posca, but they're the hard tips, where these are the brush. So what I'm going to do though is I'll put out a little bit of this, and you can have, this is just an acrylic plate tray, but you can do the same thing on, and I had some here a minute ago, just a plastic, just put it on some plastic put it over a piece of white so you can see it, but you can just do it on plastic packaging. It doesn't matter, just something non-porous. Okay, and then I'll spray out a little bit of water, just a little bit at a time. And then I want some of the red too. Let's see. That's a bright red. Let's try this red here. Those two. We'll try those two right at the start. Okay, so let's move that over here. So I'll start on the little hat up here. And so all I'm going to do is just pick up a little, and I'm going to paint over everything. And let me zoom in. I'm going to just kind of try to match it. I'm going to try to match it and paint over it. Hopefully that's clear enough. Thank you, Kat. Kat put in some links to the markers. All right, so I'm going to paint over it. And if it's real dark and you just want some solid color, you can just put some of the color down too, and then move it with some water. Okay. I like to do it here because you're not quite sure what you're going to mix. And you can mix it over here on the side, and you can add more water and thin it out. So you can get it to the consistency of a watercolor, or you can just use it thick. All right, so there we go. I just kind of mess. Look, I just went with my finger. Now that's probably not going to come off, even with matte medium. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Okay, it did, because that would not have come off if there was no matte medium. The matte medium allowed me to kind of pick that up. All right, I'm gonna get some of this bright red and put some of the bright red on this little ornament back here. Now the gold, I'm going to use some of the Panda Fly gold pens. Now those, and I'm sure Kat or Tina can put the link in. These are really, and there's two sizes. This is the thicker one, but there's a 1.0 and a 0.05 thin one. This is thicker, and I pulled the thicker one because I'm going to put gold on that ornament. All right, so now let's put some more. Don't put it down a lot at a time because it'll dry out. You can wipe this off. When you're done, this will all clean right off. But this is going to dry pretty quickly sitting here. So, and I might want to just do a little bit thicker right along the edge there. And then just kind of move that with the water. And then maybe pick up some of this other red. So it'll all be painty. You know what I mean? It'll look very painted rather than just paper glued down. Not that there's anything wrong with that, because y'all know, I don't like that little white thing right there. I'm just going to get rid of that. And I might need some black. Let's see, where's my black? A little darker. Did I put it away? What did I do with it? It's the grays. Oh, just rolled over here, I think. Those are the greens. Did I pull the black? Maybe not. That's dark blue. Dark blue will work too. A little bit of shadow in there. Like that. And take your time. I know I kind of go fast because I'm trying to get as much done as I can. Oh, it's after 10. We got to do our giveaway. One over the edge there. I don't know why I'm worried about the edge. I'm going to paint the background black, so it doesn't really matter if I go out of line, so to speak. All right. All right, we'll do the cat here in a minute. All right, so can you see how that's very painted in? It's a little bit more blending, I think, over here. Let's put a little bit more blendy over here. There we go. That's better. Don't want any harsh lines. Blend that out a little. There we go. All right. Thank you, Kat, putting a link for the Panda Fly. All right, let me move my, what do you call it? Matte medium out of the way. All right, so let's just go ahead and real quick, we're going to do our giveaway, and then we'll get back to this here in just a second. And again, you don't have to use brush. You don't have to use these markers. You can just use your regular paint. You know, it's just that you just don't put out very much, and you don't need very much. Whereas if I was going to put out some red, I'd put a big blob of red. That would have to be, nothing wrong with it, but you can put that into your desk journal and scrape it into your desk journal if you have a lot left over. If you're using paint out of your, paint out of your little jars. you don't want to waste it. You can just scrape it up with a palette knife. Take your palette knife, scrape it up, and scrape it into your desk journal, which is just a journal that you leave on your desk to use things up in. Let's see. Okay, so let's move this right over here to the side. You can peek in on us. Let me clean my brush, and then we'll do a giveaway. All right. I do have to move this, though, because I don't want this water in the stuff in our giveaway. All righty. So we are going to do, I better move this out of the way. Let me just move it to the side. Let me back out. I can't squeeze all this in this close up, so we'll have to back out a little. There we go. We'll zoom back in. All right. So what I was going to do is do 3 U.S. and 3 international. Now that means 3 U.S. and 3 international. That means y'all are going to have to pay attention. We'll do U.S. first. I think we did international before. Okay. Going to have to pay attention and let the mods don't talk while we do it, because 3 at a time is a little more than we like to do, especially when we get to we'll do U.S. first. Okay. So don't put any numbers in yet. And so what will happen, let me get my iPad, get my random.org. And I usually only do 2 at a time, but we'll do 3 today. Let me get over to random. Okay, so we have our random.org and our little window of number generator. Okay, I'll set this aside for a minute. And let's go ahead and lay this out real quick. Let's go ahead and lay them all out, then we'll do the giveaway. All right. So what I want to do is I'll give everybody a brown, a craft and a white card. That's what we did last time. The craft cards are a little heavier, and that way you can, if you don't want to paint anything in, you could just glue your little creatures on and do what we're doing here and paint them, paint on them, but you don't have to worry about the background. So if you just want to put them on a regular, craft postcard here. So we'll put all that. Give me a minute. We have to sort it out. Okay, there's a craft color. And then we'll give everybody a white one. So you can glue your creatures down. And I'm going to throw in a couple other things here too. Just give me a minute. Give me a minute to put it together. I never know what kind of giveaway I'm going to do ahead of time, because I'm not ever sure what kind of, what we're going to use collage fodder wise or whatever. So I don't ever try to get this together ahead of time. All right. So now, okay. And we have little dog and tree. We have the houses here. Let's see what I got here. Do I have them separated out? Let me see here. All right, let's move these out of the way. Give everybody some stuff here. I got plenty. There's the houses. There's the little dogs. What else did we have? Houses, dogs, and trees. Okay, so that one has a little cut off ear. Let's just see what we can find here. Let's put everybody a little dog. Might have to get the book back out and pull some more stuff. We'll see. And y'all have to fussy cut them out yourself, okay? Let's give everybody a house. That one's got a tree already. Let's give everybody a house. Give everybody a tree. That one's got one. There's a tree. Tree, and another tree. Okay, everybody's got a tree. Then I want to move the extras out of the way. Give everybody some twine. I know I've been doing this, giving y'all some twine. Yeah, thank you, Tina. All right, we'll get in there. I'm gonna give everybody a nice long piece of twine, and you can wrap it around and tie a bow, or just put some bows, whatever you want to do. Put a bow on the little tree or whatever. Everybody a nice big piece of this. All the other, the ones from Monday have already been mailed out. These will go out tomorrow. It does take me a minute to, I have to look up everybody's addresses and fill it. I write them all by hand. So it takes me a minute to get the mail together. But I'm going to the post office after this because Brooke sent me something that's supposed to be there today. I did get a slip. Hubster stopped by my post office yesterday. You have a slip in the mailbox, but the post office is already closed. So he couldn't pick it up. He just got the slip out of my P.O. box and said, you got to, and I think it's Brooke sent me something, and she's been waiting for me to get it, and it just got there yesterday. Well, the slip did. I'm thinking it's from Brooke. We'll see. So I'll go after lunch. I'll go to the post office and pick that up. All right. So let's see now. Hang on. What else can I put in here? I'm looking. Hang on. I have to put some extra little something in here. So we got some little Merry Christmas stickers. We'll do that. I know everybody doesn't do Merry Christmas. You got Hanukkah, you got Kwanzaa, you got, just happy holidays. But I'm going to give everybody a Merry Christmas sticker. Last on Monday, I stamped them out because I have these little stamp here. But I'm going to just give y'all a sticker here. You can put that in there. Okay. All right. If I think of anything else, it'll be a surprise when you get it. Okay. So let's go ahead and do the giveaway now. All right. Let me kind of move these three over. And we'll do US only. When I type in go, put in a number between 1 and 100. One number only. Okay. Well, I try to give y'all some good stuff, especially at the holidays. I love doing giveaways. And y'all are good about supporting the channel. So, all right, let's see. Here we go. All right, there we go. US only. US only 1 to 100. Then we'll do the international next. Okay. I'll go ahead and get them going here. While y'all are putting in your numbers, I'll start stacking everything in here. I'll put it like a little sandwich, a little postcard sandwich. And y'all can either practice, the paint over or just use it as it is. You know what I mean? You don't have to paint over it. I just thought it was a neat technique just to show y'all today. Okay, don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Okay, I'm getting ready to count down. All right, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Let me bring up my iPad here. Bring up the random.org. First 3 people, and if everybody goes over, if that ends up with a 3 or something, if everybody goes over, I'll pick new numbers. Okay, but you don't have to put in new numbers. First 3 people closest to 83 without going over. US only, 83 without going over. Now let my mods, give my mods a minute, and I'm going to scroll back as well. Let's see what we got here. 83 without going over. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, let's see. I'm going to look for 83 without going over. Let's see. Brooke had 69. I don't see anybody in the 70s. So went over with 87. So I have 83 without going over. Okay, so I think Brooke with an E had 60. What did she have? Missy had 68. Brooke had 69. Okay, here we go. Kat's already got it. Okay, so Brooke with an E had 69. Missy had 68. And Christine, is it Christine 331? Christine, because I have about 5 Christines. I think it's Christine 331, had 67. Christina. Is that correct? Did I get everybody? Yeah, Christina 331. Okay, so there's the US. Now we're going to do the exact same thing with international. Okay, so we got 3 here for international only. Wait till I type in go. Same rules apply. 1 number only. Don't dilly-dally doddle or lollygag. And don't change your numbers. First 3 people closest without going over. I'll give you all each one as well. Okay, so you're welcome, Missy. Okay. All right, international only, 1 to 100. Same rules apply. Then we'll go back and paint on our little animals here again. And maybe I'll give one of these away. Well, I'm already giving Vonnie the little girl. I'm already giving Vonnie the little girl. So, and I would like to paint the backgrounds in, and then add a gold edge just so y'all can kind of see. So we'll probably do that and add some stars. It'll only take a minute to paint the backgrounds. I'm quick at those. All right, so get your numbers in. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Let me move the US ones off here. And again, I don't know what to do. Anna in Poland. Anna in Poland, if you contact me, I'll resend this out because either I wrote down the wrong address or for whatever reason, I sent it on September 16th and it just came back. It was in my post office with my yellow slip that I got something, I got to go tomorrow. So anyway, Anna in Poland, yours was returned. Okay, I'm going to count down 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. First 3 people closest to 66 without going over. 66 without going over. International only. Let's see. None of y'all didn't play much. All right, Dot had 62. Dot had 62. Who's the next closest? What's my international peeps today? Yvonne had 54. Had 54. Who's the third person? Is it Carol? My Quiet Carol with 45? Is it My Quiet Carol with 45? I think so. I'll just put Quiet Carol so I know which Carol. With 45. There we go. Oh, Vonnie? Yvonne. That's Yvonne, not Vonnie. Yeah, Yvonne Manuel had 54. Yeah. Okay, there we go. All right. Vonnie's already getting the girl. I'm already giving Vonnie the little girl. Yvonne is somebody different than Vonnie. Okay, there we go. You're welcome. So y'all get a little card to make something with. All righty. Where's my other set? There. Okay, there we go. All right, I'll get those out tomorrow. And here. Okay. So now let's go ahead and work some more back on our little creatures here. Now I'm not going to finish painting them all in, but I will take a minute. Let's go ahead and paint the cat, and then I will paint the backgrounds. Let me move my iPad out of the way. We don't need any paint on that. And let's see, maybe I'll give away another one. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. Thank you, Nanamo. All right, so I'm going to take this black paint I've already got out, and let's just go ahead and really quick do some background and stars. I'm going to do this kind of simple, and then I'll go back in and paint on the cat here. But I want to do, just so y'all can see, and some gold around the edge. You can even, I have a crocodile, you know, I can corner around. I have a crocodile too, but I usually keep this one right handy. You can crop the corner, you know, round the edges and all that. All right, let's see. Let me get a little brush. Let's see here. And I will need a Bucket of Stars brush. Here, let's look for that as well. That one's too big. Oh, I'm going to dig through my brushes for just a minute. I'm looking. I should keep these out because these get lost in my brush selection here. All right, here's a little. All right, just a little flat brush. We'll just go with this and this. Okay, so I'm going to paint the background here. And also, I want to paint the background before I put whiskers because I don't want to have to paint around whiskers. So if you get the background painted in, and I never care if I get anything on the back because I always paint the backs too. Oh, this is flaring. That brush is flaring. I don't want a flared brush. That one looks a little flary too. I just want a little flat brush that's not flary. Maybe this one. You gotta dig around for the exact brush you want. Well, I do. So here's one of the ones Arlene gave me. Let's go with that. Arlene sent me a bunch of brushes. This is a nice flat brush. Might be a little big, but and I'm going to go around these with gold too. So, all right. And then we're going to put in some Bucket of Stars. And we're going to fluff out his whiskers over the black paint. So you got to have the black paint painted in there first before you put the whiskers and the fluffy cat fur. So I hope everybody's going to have some, Christmas crafting. And I'll put the little circle in there with a Sharpie marker or something. Okay, I don't think I'll do all of them right now. Let's just do a couple. Let's do this one. And where's my little girl? There she is. We'll do these three. Put it in caps. You have any questions? Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome, Yvonne. I try to do little things like that, make people smile. Who doesn't love Happy Mail? Right? Who doesn't love getting something in the actual mail? And I can fluff up her pom-pom with some paint. And you could have painted the background first and then just glued on top of it. But I never really decide till I actually go to do something what I'm going to do. All right, so there's that. All right, let's do this third one. One minute, guys. I'll look at chat here in a second. But try to see how many supplies that you haven't pulled out for a while and try to, use them on something like, card. It doesn't have to be Christmas. It can be any during the year, any kind of postcards. I'm not going to pull my postcard book out right now because I want to work on these, but, I've seen my different posts, the way I do different postcards. We've done challenges and using real vintage postcards. All right, so there we go. All right, now let's move this out of the way. Okay, let's smooth this out. All right, so now I'll use this piece of wax paper to do the... All right, let's dry this first. Let's dry the black. Let me clean out my brush. Okay, let's dry. Hi, Karen. Anybody else coming in I might have missed? All right, now I'm going to take my white paint here and my fluffy brush and get this a little wet over here on the side. I have I should have put it in there, but my little bucket of stars here, where it can kind of keeps it all contained. But I'm just going to kind of get a little bit of white paint on my fluffy brush, and I'm going to kind of just cover it up. Now, because I have matte medium on here, if I get it anywhere on the cat or, wherever, I can take my baby wipe and just wipe it away because the matte medium allows me to do that. Okay, so there's one. Okay, I got a little thick right there. Let's just move that off. Same for right here. You could have the snow be over the top of them, but because I want to paint them in, I'll just be covering it up. Okay, so there's that. Let's do this third one. Okay. All right, that makes a little bit more over here. All right. Okay, and we can do a shooting star up in there. All right, let's dry this. know, Tina, I try to get squeezing as much, as I can. It does take a minute for those dots to dry. Pencil right here. ASMR moment. There we go. All right, so I think what I'll do is, let me get my white Posca. I'm going to do a couple things here. Take my white Posca and we'll put a little moon or something up here, and we'll go around it with. Take a pencil and put a little glow. Okay. All right, let's go back to our first cat here, and let's go ahead and start. Oh, wait, no, I want to do one more thing first. Let's go ahead with the gold, just so I can show you what it looks like we run out of time. I don't want to forget to show you this. Add in, yeah, I could add in the comment. That's, yeah. Okay, all right, so let's go ahead and put a little gold edge. This is a chisel tip, so it's easy to go along an edge with the chisel tip. Okay, so now you got the gold around there. I kind of got a little flashed out there, didn't I? Let me turn down the brightness just a tad. Come on, mouse. Why does this mouse goes to sleep? I figured that out. This mouse goes to sleep after a certain amount of time. I have to turn it back on, off and on. There we go. That's better. Okay. Okay, so we got a little gold edge around them all, which stays wet for a minute. So let's just put that over here while I work on one at a time. Okay. And she has, yes. And I'm going to paint the backs. If I give these away, I'll paint the backs black. Okay, so let's see. So stick around, y'all might get another giveaway. All right, let's see. Now I want to come back here with my little painty thing here. A little painty tray. Let's put it over here. Let's do this. How's that? And I want to put out some of the grays and the cat colors here. Let's move the red. I won't put the blue in right now. Well, I might. Well, let's start with these. All right, let's go ahead and put out a little bit of a little medium gray, a little lighter gray, and some white. I don't really need to put out the white yet because that'll be a final touch. All right. All right, so now I'm going to take and put a little bit of water out again. And you can mix these yourself. I mean, you can mix your own colors. Okay, so now I'm going to actually put in fur. I don't know if y'all can see this. Hi, John. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for supporting the channel. Y'all know John's our Oak Island guy. He'll be doing a review tonight from last night's show. John, they're back in the swamp. They are back in the swamp, John. Thank you, John. I appreciate that. Y'all follow John if y'all are interested in anything Oak Island. Oh, did I move in? Did I zoom in? I forgot. Did I zoom in? I can't believe they're back in the swamp. All right, so let's see. All right, sorry guys, I get a little carried away with our Oak Island chat. All right, so I'm using the medium brown, and I'll put out a little bit more. Remember, this you can't put out too much at a time because it dries pretty quick. I got a little bit of water over here, and so I'm just going to I'm putting the dark first. I'm putting some of the darker of the colors of the cat in first because I'm going to put the light over the top of it. So I want the shadows to be behind, right? Just a little bit on the ears there. Maybe a little up under the hat here. Again, you can do this just with acrylic, your regular bottles of acrylic paint. Okay, so. And I want some little, I'm going to take the pen and, well, no, you know what? I'll wait on the little dots because I want to do, all right, let me clean my brush. Because I'm going to go in here now with some of the, a little bit lighter now. I'm going to go in here with some more fur and put a little bit, one light. I see I need a little bit more. And you can take a little tinier brush. I'm just kind of using the side of this brush, the angle brush, and paint that in. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with white. I think I'll just go in with my Posca here. And what I want to do is I want to make this kind of the hat. I'm going to kind of squiggle it so it looks like, Santa hat fur. You know what I'm talking about. It's kind of scrunchy. Squiggly to make it look kind of like lamb's wool kind of fur hat. I think it needs greener eyes too. Okay, so let's just do this. A little bit of, and then after that dries, I can also put a little bit of shade over it with a color, like water down some of that mint color and just put a little band of that across there to make it just not pure white. Hi, CB. Anybody else coming in? And thanks again, John. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see. Now I want to do, I think I'm going to use my brush pen. Who keeps texting me? Oh, it's family stuff. Okay. Let's do the cat. Let's do the eyes. Let's see here. Let's do a nice lime green. Let's see how. That's too bright. I don't want it too bright, but I want it lime green. I want a light green. That one looks good. All right, so I'm going to just put in a tiny, tiny bit of the green here. Brighten up the little cat eyes. Just a little. And then I will take, they're pretty black already, but I could take some black in there for the pupils. This side looks a little, let's make it a little sharper. And then I'll put a highlight. So you're just kind of painting over it, but you can add your own details. Okay. Now I'm going to take, let's take the white. Do I want the white paint pen or let's put some more gray in here. In his little fur here, or in his little collar. I'm just going to put in a little bit more. And then water it down and kind of blend that in. Just have a little bit more depth there. Okay, let that dry for a second. Go back to his face. And let's go with the white pointy pen. And now I'm going to do tiny little just kind of tap, tap, tap. Let's get a little bit of the white, not too much. I just want a few little. I really want more of the. That might be. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna knock that back a little. It's a little too white. So let's go ahead and knock that back a little. There, that's better. Because I want some of the fur coming off into the background, but that's too white. A little bit on the edge of the ears, maybe. Maybe a little on his chinny chin chin. And then I want something, I want his whiskers to be very thin. That got a little too thick right there. I mean, too out in space there. Let's knock that back. There we go. All right, now a little bit of more white. No, whoop, I want the white. Y'all still with the tour? All right, now I'm going to go in here. All right. Also, I don't want to forget with my gold Panda Fly pens, I want to go in here with the gold on the little trim. See the gold trim? And around the ornament. Go around the ornament. And I want to fill in that little hole right there. Just that little, where the little loopy is for the, like that. Yes, the Langau would be good for the tiny, tiny details. I should have just pulled one of those out. Uh-oh, I've got a little something there. Let's see, let's pick up some. I just got a little bit of black smudge. We'll do that because of Devin. Hang on. The Langau gel pens. All right, let's pick a color for, let me look here. Oh, well, first, let me see if I can find the lightest gray here. Lightest gray. It looks white, but it's a light gray. And I don't know if I need a darker gray, but I'll pull a darker gray just because. I'll add a little something, something, just because of Devin. And then what else do I need? I don't really need anything else. I could have put the cat's green eyes in with one. But these are the gel pens that are very fine, fine tipped. All right, that might be all I need right now. So I'll take the Is that dark enough? Maybe. All right, so I can do a little bit more detail with the fur. These are, look how tiny these are. Very tiny. So I can get in there with some tighter fur to make Devin happy. Don't forget, Devin comes on today. Devin comes on at 3 Eastern. Just going to do a little bit more. And I can do the little dots on his cheeks. I know there's a name for those little dots that cats and dogs have that their whiskers grow out of. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit more. And these also you can move with water. That's why I bought them. Not just because they're a tiny gel point, a gel pen, small point, but they move with water. So we'll put a little bit more down in here because Devin made me. All right. All right, just maybe a couple more little. But I did get in the little dots. It's hard to see. I'll hold it up a minute. Now I'm going to take the white. Let's make sure it's where. There we go. All right, so now I'm going to do the whisker. Now you probably want to make sure your paint's dry before you do this, because otherwise you're going to be dragging this through wet paint. I'm coming over here to make sure I clean it off. Maybe a couple little. Okay, I got to find something else to. There we go. A couple little hairs coming out of his ears, maybe. All right. See the whiskers? Of course, Dee Dee can make them work over. Oh, yeah, what? These? Yeah, they'll work over acrylic, but you got to make sure your acrylic's dry because, you know, you don't want to ruin these either. All right, so there we go. Let's just kind of call that one kind of done. It really could be varnished. I think that could be varnished. If y'all, let's see. Should I try to varnish it? You know, here's the only thing. I have not tried to varnish over the panda. Let's try. Let me make sure this is dry. We'll try to varnish over the panda fly gold. Now, when I varnish, and I haven't tried, I don't know. See, these are water-based. The acrylic brush pens, these are acrylic paint. When they dry, it's dry like acrylic. The Langau jelly roll, I guess they're jelly roll, these jelly roll pens, they are water. They're not waterproof. Cat's going, oh dear. We're going to find out. Now, here's the thing when I varnish. I don't rub and scrub. I'm pretty gentle with my varnish. We're going to try. If it messes up, it's okay. At least it's not Vonnie's. We'll see what happens. And also, if you varnish, you want to varnish and then paint the backs later. And here's why. The gloss varnish, if you paint this back flat black, which I paint the backs flat black, and I don't varnish the backs. And so if you paint this flat black and dry it and everything, sign it, like I do, and then you varnish and you get some shiny varnish on the back, you're going to see that. So I don't do the backs until after I'm completely done with the fronts. And when I varnish, I just use my finger to move the varnish. I mean, even on my bigger pieces in my art journal, I just use my finger. Now, not a lot of people like to touch the varnish and all that. I understand. But if you don't want to touch the varnish and you want to use a brush, use a sponge brush. Use those foam sponge brushes, the 10 for 50 cents, or something, the sponge brush, because they won't leave a brush mark. Okay. All right. So let's see what happens. Ready? Here we go. Let's see what happens. Will it or will it not? I don't know. All right. So what I usually do is I just put about a quarter in the middle, and I start from the middle and I just roll it out. And now I'm not pushing down. I'm not mashing. I'm just gliding. Okay. I'm gliding over. I could use just a little dab more. I'm gliding over the top. Okay. There we go. That's it. Let me tilt it and see. Oh, I missed a spot. You can tilt it and see if you've missed a spot. It will level off. So it may look a little bumpy, but it levels off. Okay. All right, there we go. So let me look at it. The Panda Fly Gold did not move. I'm looking. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. The Panda Fly Gold did not move. All right, there we go. Y'all covering up your face? Okay. So when it dries overnight, then I'll paint the back and sign it and all that. So there you go. What do you think? All right. So let's go ahead and put this to the side somewhere safe. Is there any safe space in here? I don't know. All right. Now let's go ahead. And I want to do little Vonnie's little girl here a little bit. And thank you. Thank you, Dot. All right. Let's see here. And I can do the same for this cat, or I could just let somebody paint this. I might just do it like this. It's just not done. Nothing's done to it. Let somebody work on it. I think we're going to do that. Vonnie asked me to paint her, so no, whatever, Vonnie. Oh, I got 2 more cats here. Let's see hang on, I'll wait on Vonnie's for just a second. If I paint the background of this, let's do this one. Let me go ahead and do the background of this one. So I'll have 1 US and 1 international. We'll do 1 more giveaway. All right, let me find a little brush. Hang on. And then I'll work on Vonnie's for a minute. Now I'm not going to paint gosh, I've got to get a new rug for this under this chair. My chair will not roll on this rug that I have. Okay. Oh, so I have to lift it while I move it. All right, let's see here. Let's go back over here with the black. Let's go ahead and paint in this background. And I'm going to let y'all paint. I'll let y'all, this is too thick for that. Let's get a smaller brush. I'll let y'all paint in the cat and the whatever. I'm just going to do the background for y'all. You'll have to complete. You'll have to complete it. I don't know if my mods have to, it's not quite 11 yet, but anytime my mods have to leave, they can leave. I can handle a giveaway if I have to. Start journal pages and switched on the fly. Yeah, well, because I wanted to do the giveaways, Devin. So this was more important to me than finishing a journal page today. So we showed the journal. We glued some stuff down. I can paint in the back. I could do that real quick. I could paint in the background. That'll only take a minute. Maybe we'll do that. Let's do this real quick. You never know what's going to happen. And I'll edge it with gold. I'll do the same thing. All right, first off, let me dry. Okay. All right, clean my brush. All right, let's try this. Hi, Pinky Jamie. Who else am I missing? Thank you, CB. All right, now let me get my splatter brush. Where did I put it? Here it is. And a little bit of water here. Okay. All right, let's dry it again. Oh, this chair. I've got to get a new rug or a new chair. All right, let's get the gold pen and do the edge. All right. 2 cats. That gold's not dry. Let's see. All right, so those 2 can be worked on by somebody, and you can paint the backs, do whatever you want. Those we'll do a giveaway. Then I want to do something on this, and we can paint the background in. Paint the background in on the journal page. That'll just take a minute. All right, so let's see what we want to do. All right, let's go ahead and do, well, we'll do the giveaway in a minute. Let me set this aside for just a minute because we still have a few minutes. All right, let's just do a little bit on her. I'll probably work on her some more because I want to finish. I want to complete her for Vonnie. But let's just put a little bit of pink and stuff in her hats. Let's see what color. I need this. Let's go ahead and clean this off. And this will come completely clean. Just take a second and, this will come completely clean. This acrylic plate. Okay. So let's come in and let's see what pinks. Kind of a corally. That's pretty good. That's a good light pink. Probably need about 3 pinks. Maybe that's kind of close, too close. Let's get something a little different. That's good. Those 2 and maybe see if this red is corally. There we go. Those 3. All right, let's just go with those 3 to start. And I'll work on her more after a while. Thanks, guys. Hi, Leona. Anybody else coming in I missed? All right, so now let's get a little brush on handy. Here's one. All right, so what I want to do is I will go in just directly with the brush, and then the lightest color on the other end, and kind of up into that other color there so it looks yarny, So it looks like yarn. And then a tiny bit of water. tiny bit of water, and then just kind of make them kind of blend together. Oh, this is the broken one. Let me just go ahead and put some glue in that. That was the one that broke last Monday, and I never glued it in. So now we've glued it in. Okay, let's continue on. So can y'all see how we kind of yarnied it? We'll take the darker one and just kind of do a little dark on the hat on the trim there. Now we'll go with the lighter and the medium. Kind of blend those together, kind of a light medium. Go in here. I'm just painting over. Now let's go ahead real quick, and I want to put in some, like, where the ball of yarn on the tassel, you know, the top there. Put some little dots there. Hang on, I'll hold it up just a second. Yes, yarnification, Devin. We'll have to put, Devin, that needs to go in the Wingnut book. That needs to go in the Wingnut book, Devin. Hang on. Rabbit trail. Where's my Sharpie? Yarnification. Devin. I'm going to slap that in the Wingnut book real quick. Yarnification, Devin. Good one. I said yarny. Yarnification is better. Okay, so this is our Wingnut book. Okay, we just open it up somewhere and slap it in, because nobody would ever understand this book, ever. But this is the Wingnut book, because we're all just a bunch of wingnuts. We've been keeping that for 14, 15 years. All right, so let's see here. I'm really liking the little, which one was I using? This one? The little dots to make it look like it's, you know, a yarnification of the hat. Okay, I'm going to stop on this for a minute, and I'll come back to it and finish that for Vonnie. I don't know if Vonnie's still here, but I'm going to finish that for Vonnie later. And we are going to do a giveaway with these two that you have to paint out yourself. So just a minute, though. Let's move these. I don't want to put these colors away yet because I'm going to use them. All right, let's move these little critters out of the way. All right, let me get my book back up here. Find where I put it, glued it in. Okay. And I'm going to quickly background this. All right, let's zoom out though. Too many little Post-it notes here. one more. There you go. Okay. Make sure there's nothing, no wet paint there, although this is just a blank page, so that's okay. All right. All righty, let's see what I want to do. I am going to just use, because I don't want to take too much more time, I'm just going to go ahead and get out some, let's get out some, I'm looking here. I think I want some deep midnight blue. Let's see how fast we can do this, Tina. Tina says I'm fast. We'll see. I already got some black, some midnight blue. I want some of that, what do you call it, gray, and some colonial blue. This will be, I think that matches. I'm trying to kind of, I'm looking at the colors here, trying to kind of match the colors on the page. Okay. And maybe a little bit, I can mix them myself with those colors, I think. I think we can mix it. Maybe a little tan. A little bit of a tan. The snow is kind of dirty. It's kind of dirty snow. Let's see here. Let's see what color I got up here. What do we have up in here? Is this? What's that? I think I could probably white that color down. Let's see if we can white this. What color is this? This is Mississippi mud. We'll use some Mississippi mud and we'll white that down. Some, oh, I didn't shake it up good. Okay, let's see what we can do with this. Y'all ready? Okay, put my brushes here. I'm going to need a brush. Let's see. What do I got here? All right, so I got a brush, but I got my favorite brush. You'll know what my favorite brush is? A BAM! Okay, let's see what we can do here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. A little bit of Mississippi mud in that too. All right, so I'm going to lay this out on the top here. A little bit of the black and a little bit of the blue. And my baby wipes. A little Mississippi mud and white. A little more Mississippi mud. A little more brown. Okay, let's put a little bit more in here. More brown down in here. Okay, my baby. It's a little blue in there. Let's put a little bit more blue. Let that sit for just a minute. Let's just let it sit up for just a second there. Let's continue around. Okay. Let's get a little bit more blue and black down in here. Let's just have it kind of come along. Some more brown in here. Some more blue. More blue in there, and maybe a little more black. Wait for it, wait for it. I told you I was going to do a quick background. Okay. Alrighty. A little bit more brown in here. Maybe a little bit more blue. All right, a little bit more blue right in here. And probably a little bit more black down in here. All right, I'm not looking at chat. Give me a minute. A little more brown. Okay, let's get some clean. Now I got a couple more clean baby wipes over here. All right, let's see what we can do. Oh, we're out of frame. Okay, this needs to be picked up there. That's not covering right there for some reason. Maybe too much matte medium. I don't know. We'll go back over that area. All right. We'll get this in here. We'll throw in a little bit of snow. A little bit more. Oh, no, want that right there. All right, get our little vignette going here. Got to keep a clean baby wipe if you want to blend. All right, let's get some more baby wipe. And the reason I can do this is because it's got the matte medium on it. Okay, you couldn't do this without the matte medium. All right, so I'm going to put some white in there too for the snow. Okay, a little bit more. Let's put a little more black up in here, dark blue, because we're going to put a little bit more stars up in here, I think. Maybe a little, we'll put a little mist. A little bit of, let's see here. Let's do a little bit of clouds and some misty bits coming across here, going across the moon. Like that. Like that. You should probably put. I should have put the stars in first, but hang on. And I'm gonna make some snow coming in here too, but not yet because I want to get everything else in there before we get the snow. All right. Are you still with the tour? Still with the tour. We're just kind of, I wanted to just get something in here. So for y'all. So you can't say I didn't work on an art journal page. Okay. So let's see here. Let's do a little bit of snow drifts. Let's do some snow drifts here. Up under her feet, right in there. And maybe on the trees, we could do a little bit of the snow on the trees here. I'm going to paint with the baby wipe. Maybe there's a tree back in here that you can't really see. That'll be a good cover in that, in the crack, you know. We have the right in the seam, I should say. So let's go and put some in there. And then we can put some white in there like there's a tree in there. Maybe just a little bit of hint of back in there. All right, now let's see what these edges look like. This needs something. This did not cover well. Let's see here. Could probably put some little trees back in there. Just some little, there's a couple of people standing there I'm trying to be aware of. Or maybe another tree coming in here might work. Let's see. Let's do another. Let's base in a tree. I'm not looking at chat, guys. I'm really trying to hurry so I can do that other giveaway for you. Maybe that's far enough. Now let's go ahead and put in some more snow. Let's put in some more snow coming in there. And then a little bit of snow on the, well, let that sit for just a second because otherwise I'll be wiping it off. So let's put a little snow drift right here up under the dog. All right. I need a little bit of snow on here. This is not quite dry enough to put the snow on the tree, but let's see what I can do here. I want to put some snow in a, all right, we'll go with that. All right, where's my brush here? Put a lot of snow, and I'll just kind of wipe it off their faces because I don't want to cover up their faces with snow. All right, I think we're done. All right, a couple more baby wipes to clean off my hands. No, I'll go back later and add some more detail, but there we go. Are you happy, Devin? I'll go back out in a little bit of something later. But all right, so there we go. So can't say we didn't work on an art journal, right? All right, so now let's see. Let's go ahead. Let's go and do our giveaway. Let me do this. Get my, at least any wet paint off my hands. Alrighty. Dried on my, I have a paint vest on, so we'll do that. Let's see, I need one more. Let's see. Hang on, digging up here for some some envelopes. There's a couple small ones there, I think. And one more, I need one more. Okay. All right, that's still wet. Hang on, guys. Let me get a paper towel and dry that. I probably need to put something a little bit more Christmassy out here. All right, here we go. We got Vonnie I'm going to just go ahead and put Vonnie here. Wait for it. Wait for it. Get the right sticky side here. This one's already going to Vonnie, so I'm just going to put her name on it. All right, so that's just going to go to Vonnie. I'm going to finish that up and send that to her because she asked. All right, so now let's see. Put this in the water. Y'all got to finish these cats yourself, okay? Y'all have to finish them yourself. All right, let's see here. I didn't even use my brush on the... I'll use the brush. Okay, so first we'll do... Let's see, what did we do first? International? No, we did U.S. All right, so we're going to do international. International only, 1 to 100. Wait till I type in go. Then we'll give away one U.S. and one international. Okay, let's see here. All right, we got our random generator at the ready. Move Vonnie's little girl out of the way here. All right, when I type in go, international only, 1 to 100. First, want to give away one. First person closest without going over, then we'll do the U.S. This is just a last minute little giveaway. All right. All right. International only, 1 to 100. And y'all have to finish it. You have to paint it in. You got to put whiskers. You got to paint the eye. You got to do it. You got to do it yourself. It's a do-it-yourself giveaway. Okay, and then we're going to do US. Okay. All right, international only, 1 to 100. Get your numbers in. Don't dilly-dally, dawdle, or lollygag. Then after I go to the post office and come back, I will clean this room and finish up all this stuff. Because it's a mess. It's a hot mess in here. Which, I don't know. I pick it up pretty quick, though. All right, here we go. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, here we go. New number, 39. 39 without going over. International only, 39. Let me scroll. Is it Dot one again? No, Karen Evans with 32. I think it's Karen Evans with 32. Am I correct? Y'all double check me. I think it's Karen Evans. Karen, do I have your address? I think I ask you that every time. I think I have it. And you go, yes, you have it. Okay, so Karen Evans, we'll get that one. All right. Now we're going to do the same thing for US only. USA only. This is a quick giveaway. US only, 1 to 100. When I type in go, here we go. Okay, there we go. US only, 1 to 100. I already put the little card in there, and then we'll pick another number, and I'll finish Dot's up. Vonnie's up there. All right, so we'll get it. I'll try to get this all done before, so I can get it all in the mail tomorrow. All right, let me get a sip of my lemon water. Did I tell y'all? I mean, I talked about this, but did I tell y'all that these were the yeah, I did. That these are like reviews of the Mistletoe Murders. It like recaps and tells you all the people, what's going on in the town, and blah blah blah. It's not like a novel that follows the series. It tells you everything about the people and the back. It's a backstory, I should say. I'm got to get to those next. Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Put your numbers in. 2, 1. Last call. Hit that enter. All right, here we go. First person closest to 48 without going over. 48. 48 without going over. Let me scroll back. Let me see if I can find it real quick. Joyce had 40. Okay. Beth went over. Is it Joyce Boring with 40? I think it's Joyce Boring with 40. Y'all double check me. Double check me. Is it Joyce Boring? Yep. Okay. So Joyce, you'll get a card to finish. Okay. I'll throw some string in there. All right, guys. There we go. Let's back up. Let's see. So I hope y'all enjoyed seeing, making some little cards. And we did play in the journal a little bit. What I need to do real quick, here, I'll do something real quick. I'm going to take my baby wipe and my white paint, and let's make a little bit of, hang on. We'll put a little bit of misty stuff coming across there. Just a little extra. Okay, there we go. All right, guys. Well, we will see you all later. Could you have the dog? Could you have the dog? Well, I don't remember what were they. I thought they were both dogs. I think they were both dogs, Joyce. Oh, I didn't finish a dog. Did I? I didn't finish a dog. I only finished cats. So I didn't finish a dog. I don't think I finished a dog, Joyce. And the other ones that I've already given away are packed up. They're already packed up. So, all right, guys, y'all have a great rest of your day. Thanks, everybody, for being here. Thanks to my mods, Tina, Janet, and Cheshire Cat. And y'all have a great rest of your day. And we will see y'all at maybe at Devon's at 3. I gotta run some errands and gotta go to the post office. So I'll try to make it to Devon's. And she comes on at 3 Eastern. So y'all have a great rest of your day. And don't forget, I stream every Monday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. And y'all have a blessed rest of your week. Bye, guys.